Alright folks, I'm back. Here's the finished product of tearing the siding off. Got it all done. It's all taken to the city dump. Uh, you can see the siding needs to be painted to chocolate brown. We got eaves. The eaves need to be painted and or covered with vinyl. I will say this much. There's certain things I don't mind doing with vinyl. And the reason is, like the eaves, is because it's not as much. It's easier to take care of. And they're not as much direct sunlight, but they still get a lot of weather. Siding is a little different, especially this color. This yellow color absorbs a lot of sunlight, and just a word of advice. And this is some stuff I figured out yesterday that I thought about adding to a video. I started taking this off because this is what used to be the garage is now 2 bedrooms. I was like, why not? I thought, there's T111. And then when I started taking it off, I realized about where the window is, over a couple feet on each side. This used to be a garage. Well, they filled in the garage where the garage door used to be, but they didn't put up T111. It's just plywood. And my wife wasn't too happy with me taking it off and leaving it because it made it look bad because we're not painting right away. We're just doing a lot of prep work. So the thing I wanted to mention, couple reasons for siding. When I was doing the work yesterday, I had to cut some of it. I used some of the stuff from the side, and it's getting old and brittle. So when you're in an area, especially that gets a lot of sunlight, a lot of different types of weather, like here, has an effect on vinyl. You might think about putting up vinyl, like you see the rest of the house, that it's easier than painting. And that might be the case, but the problem is with siding is if it starts to go bad, get brittle, you're gonna end up having to replace it. And one of the things I ran into yesterday, if you notice the 2 different colors, one's darker and one's lighter, they're 2 different types of siding. And not only a problem with it being brittle and not being able to cut it and put it in place, and if you were to look up close, you could see where I was trying to cut it with a saw, and it chipped it. Granted, they do make blades for that, but still, it shouldn't be that. It's getting to the point it's getting brittle. The other problem is they're 2 different types of siding, 2 different brands of siding. So siding, when you put it up, is supposed to snap together. That's what gives it this finished look, because you come up and you got a panel here where my hand's at. This is the start of the other stuff. This snaps in, you nail it, you snap it, you nail it, you snap it. Well, this bottom stuff is a different siding, and it does not snap in really well or at all. And then it doesn't match. And the reason that's a problem is because if you do put siding up, and let's say you get a cheaper kind or a different brand, you go back a couple years later, and that siding is no longer available in that color, in that brand, in that type, in that size. Now you got a problem. Now you may end up having to reside part of your house or all of it. So I would suggest going with other types of siding. T111 is good, like I said. That's the reason I'm uncovering it and painting it. It lasts a long time. They still make it. They've been making it for 50, 60 years. It still looks relatively the same, and it's wood. If you paint it, it looks similar. And it fits together a lot better. The fit, form, and function of T111 is pretty much the same as it's always been. There's other types of siding. I didn't take any pictures or get examples, but I do delivery for Spark, so I go to a lot of houses, and I've noticed different types of things, and maybe I'll start doing small videos and pointing stuff out. I delivered this one house in West Rapid, really nice area of town. It had the older house, probably built in the 40s, had a full-size brick fireplace, which you don't see anymore, and they had this wide siding, and the siding was that the house had. It was a nice house too, and the size of the siding that they had was the width of 2 of these approximately, and it wasn't vinyl, and it was a nice siding. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but sometimes you can find other types of siding that you put on your house. You want to go low maintenance, unless you just like doing certain things, and I'm going to do some research on paint. I want to get it painted, but I don't want to use a cheap paint. So there's my update for today. I wanted to show off the wall. If you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe. As I do more videos, hopefully I'll get better. I'll take suggestions. These videos are rough. And at the time I started these videos, I don't have enough subscribers and or viewers to really start editing. When I start doing this longer and getting more experience with filming and doing things like this, my videos should get better as time goes. All right, well, thank you, and I'll post again later. All right, bye.